Oof. So, a lot on the line here. Let's see if we are ready to go. It looks like the players are good to go. So, let's head down. We are going to watch Frafa versus Applechips in our first semifinal. Alrighty, welcome everybody to the first semifinal tonight. We've got Frafa versus Applechips. So Frafa at the bottom of your screen on soldiers, Applechips at the top with their Sentinel aggro deck. All right. All right, what do you think of this starting hand for Frafa?
I hmm, it's missing some time, but I guess you can draw into it. You can have a turn one play Daruli, but what Apple Chips is presenting right now, I think it's gonna be better. He's presenting a 4/4 on turns 3 and 4,
Right,
which
yeah.
is
So
gonna
Applechips
be
has
hard.
got limited all-star auto tread in hand, followed up by a pair of Temple Raiders. So pretty aggro hand here. Rafa, a little awkward, missing that time as you mentioned. Not going to be able to play out these Auric record keepers. Now, Applechips with that auto tread, if they wanted to, can actually ping off both of these Daralis, right?
Yeah, and it'll make auto thread get a lot bigger.
Yeah, I kind of like this auto tread and then fire off two of your cards to wipe two Daralis. That's a nice interaction here.
Yep, and this is gonna be punishing Frafa, who hasn't even drawn his third power, let alone his time influence. So I guess you just play the the Tempo Raider off and present with 6 damage. Oh, okay.
We hunt as a
Apologies for the
pack.
scoreboard, everyone. I'll get that cleaned up in a bit.
I would not have done that with Frafa having open power. This is gonna be a bit of like wasting cards, because you're now gonna be salvoing just to deal with one card.
Thank you so much, Marvin the Imp, for that sub. We really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Thank you for that heads up subscription. We really appreciate you being here. And definitely check out Marvin the Imp's, the TNT tournaments as well. If you like what we're doing here, Team Not Tavrod has some sweet tournaments going on. And I believe they just started the new tournament series this week. So definitely check out Team Not Tavrod's tournament. You can find it in Discord, Reddit, all the good places. But definitely support those community tournaments as well.
So Frafa's still not getting his third power, and his janitor David just being killed by Apple Chips' Edict of Shavka.
Yeah, it's no good for sure. All right, Sentinel Ally here. Applechips getting that trash from that janitor Dovid. Looks like Applechips has a lot going on here. Now, Frafa, again, still stuck on time, which is going to make that a little tough for them.
I think Frafa's too far behind for him to recover in this match. He
Yeah.
just doesn't have the time influence just to play his Sentinels, and Apple Chips just laser blasting the opponent's blocker for that 8 damage in the board is really hurting him. I meant Frafa.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've seen in past matches, soldiers don't have a good way to deal with four four health units.
Right, we saw that as well. And Applechips just doing too much for Frafa at this point. I'm not sure even with that time influence, it would have made it a little better for Frafa. He would have had those 4/4s, but pretty good starting hand from Applechips here. And they've just been able to completely overwhelm. So Applechips is going to take that one. 1-0 off the start pretty quickly. And a lot of that too was that we talked about that auto tread there off the start. That was pretty good too. That helped get that really good start. Kind of cleaned up those 2 Dara Lees right off the bat.
Yep. And this is like this is one step closer for opening up a wild card slot chat.
That's true. For those following along, you got to really watch those. Really watch those wildcard slots here. Apologies again about the scoreboard. I'll try to get that fixed up. We'll have Applechips at the top, Frafa on the bottom. All right, so big game here for Frafa. Frafa's now has to win the next 2 to get into the finals for their chance at trophy and a chance at the invitational here.
Yep. And this is Frafa was undefeated heading into top 4, right?
Yes, Frafa was 4-0 going in top 4. I'm not sure. I'd have to check their records. I'm not sure if they even dropped a game yet at this point, but I know a lot of their matches were 2-0. All right, let's bring it back to the booth real quick. They're not getting started yet, so we'll take a sec here while they get set up there. But I believe, yeah, let me check real quick. I believe Frafa is definitely 4-0. Let's see their games. All right, they're headed back down. Now they're ready. So let's head down and let's check out Frafa versus Applechips game 2.
I'm not jinxing it, but why do I feel like I was in the same position the first TNE tournament where I was faced against Stormgarden 2-2 with me being undefeated going to top 4 and I just lost all the games.
That did happen here. All right, Frafa again, no time influence, but this one don't have any time cards in hand either. All right, Applechips with the auto tread, but they're not gonna pick out that Dara Lee. They're just gonna let that sit for now.
This is gonna be a slow start for Frafa though, with him not having a lot of creatures and more of just like pumping spells or combat tricks.
All right,
with the
notably
sand.
also only 1 Prima influence, so actually can't play out that Huntress either.
Oof. While Applechips has an aggressive hand with 2 power cells and 2 sentinels.
Oh, my apologies if I said I don't know if I said that they didn't do it first turn, but auto tread does have to pay 1 in order to do that ping. So on turn 1, that card wasn't strong enough. Being able to do it for free would be even stronger. Apologies for misspeaking there. But as you mentioned, Frafa with a little bit of another awkward hand. Doesn't have the double primal for Maveloft Huntress, and really just Fearless Crescendos and Martial Efficiencies. Good cards, but not really at this point in the game. You don't. And what's really awkward for Frafa's hand too is Frafa needs 2 things. Frafa needs power, and Frafa needs units.
Yes, which his hand is very lacking of it.
Yeah, lacking of both. So very tough here. And this is going to let Applechips just start to build up the board and start to run away with this game a bit.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard for Frafa to deal with these sentinels. What can Frafa find in this market though?
Much. They're going to get a Shuate Reality, but that's not going to do it. And then another power. Oh, you hate to see it. I'm sorry, chat. This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
This is not how you want it to go. But Frafa at 4-0, and their hands their draws just not participate.
It's just not lining up, chat.
It's not lining up. Yep.
Oof. Martial efficiency for defense.
Yeah, there's not much Frafa can do here.
Was Frafa on the Moto 6? Or was it just the free redraw?
I don't think so. I think it was just the free redraw. I may have missed it, but I'm pretty sure it was just on the free redraw. And another Auric Record Keeper off the top. This is just brutal. I mean, this is one of those games where it's frustrating. There's absolutely nothing Frafa could do in this game. There's no decision points they could have done differently, but yeah, it's tough.
We hunt as a pack.
You don't want to see it, but you just have to watch it.
You just gotta watch it play out.
But in better news, the wildcard slot is there's a big chance for a 6th wildcard slot, chat.
That's true. Well, congratulations to Applechips on taking that one.